So if you live here in the States, you know when you go to a PCP, your primary care physician, they're not always going to know the proper diagnosis, right? So you do, to me, kind of, it's like the first step that you take in order to see a specialist, because the health insurance will refer you to a specialist once the PCP kind of has an idea of what may be going on with you, right? So we go to the PCP, she's asking a series of questions, and that's when we realized that something may not be right. They did a EKG. Now, this was over 20 years ago, so you guys, I'm recalling this from my memory, but they did an EKG and it was abnormal. And so they referred him to a cardiologist. We go to a cardiologist and they perform the ultrasound, which is like the, echocardiogram, which if you've ever had a baby or anything going on internally, they may do an ultrasound. I've had one on my gallbladder because I had to have that removed every time I've had a baby. You have the pregnancy ultrasound so they can see what's going on inside of your body. Well, they did one of his heart, which is the echocardiogram. And that's when they realized that the heart was malfunctioning. And it was at a point where had he not caught it, had we not caught it, you hear of people who drop dead. That is what would have happened with him. Literally, he'd have been out somewhere. We would have been out somewhere. He could have been at work. He could have been anywhere, and he would have dropped dead because his aortic valve was dissecting from his heart. Now, I don't know if you guys know much about the aortic valve, but it is the major valve that's connected to your heart. And that was literally dissecting from his heart. So he would have had a massive aneurysm and dropped dead. And so it was like immediately I was thrown into this world of being a caregiver to a potential heart patient. And I was scared to death. And so was he. We were young, a lot younger than I am now, right? And we were scared because we were still newlyweds. I mean, we got married in December, and this was, I think his first open heart was like May 8th or May 10th of 2000. So this is how quick succession it happened. And when you are going through something that's so major, so traumatic, and you don't have a support system in place, it could be just overwhelming. The doctors are telling you one thing. They've got him going for all these tests. I'm taking time off from my job now to take him back and forth because remember, he's also excessively tired. And now you've got to see all these specialists before you actually have the surgery. And we're running against the clock at this point because his aortic valve is dissecting from his heart and he could drop dead at any moment. You talk about stress. There's nothing like it. Want to hear what happened? Join me for part 3.